Okay, hello and good day to everyone that is really tuning in here at Phoenix Holdings. This is once again your host for tonight's AMA CH, or today's AMA, whichever time zone you may be. And this time we got a very special project from the entire Cody team, as you can see here in the VC. And their project is Cookiesale, as you've already heard about the Cookiesale. But I guess it's better if the team will get to introduce themselves in the project as well. So guys from the Cody team, how are you doing today?
Doing
Very
great.
well, very well. We all wait and then talk at the same time.
Yeah. You're answering all at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is teamwork, guys. That is teamwork.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're doing good. We're excited to show you what we've been working on, and I think D-Lutz will kick things off, if I'm not mistaken.
You got it.
Yeah, and okay, I see someone sharing the screen. But before we get started, can you give a short introduction about each and every one of you guys?
Mm-hmm. Yep. My name's Dre. We've been in this space now. We've been running Cody for over a year now, and been in crypto myself for about 18 months now. So I'm in control of the contract, and together with the rest of the team, we all work together and do the marketing. But yeah, essentially my role is contract control and community management, as well as working with the rest of the team and developing marketing and strategic plans.
I'll go next before anyone else jumps in. So Jerry here. I've been in crypto since 2013. I'm an early bird. Made a lot of mistakes along the way. But yeah, I'm essentially in charge of publications. Any type of writing, any tedious work gets thrown my way. So I'm happy to do that and happy to be here.
Yeah, and it's just a word from our sponsor. Raid Shadow Legends is the newest, hottest mobile video game. No, I'm just kidding. I just saw that commercial when I was in the bathroom. I'm D-Lutz for Cody. I've been doing crypto trading essentially since 2017 when Doge was just first being introduced and all that. But since then, got into the BSc, and my professional background as a VFX artist and voice actor. We brought some professional quality videos and design work to our project in Cody, as well as to some of our clients through Pitch. And I now have moved on to doing React front-end development.
Wow.
Okay, is that all? I think I see someone else. Oh yeah, it's one.
Yeah. So I'm Raiden. I'm part of the core team. I pretty much take care of all the marketing and just community management, all the boring stuff. Chatting to you guys, setting things up. But yeah, but I've been in crypto for a couple of years. Made a lot, lost a lot. Made a lot, lost a lot. You know how it is. But yeah, really excited by this new, exciting new update and the future of crypto. So there's one more of us. I think he's. I'm not sure if he's here. FT.
Oh, wait,
no, I don't think FT's
walking his cat.
He's battling with the little monsters, no doubt. Yeah.
I'm in the car.
Yeah. But FT's great. He's in charge of design and web design, logo design. I'll say it confidently, I think he's the best designer in the space. He also juggles. He runs a company on top of the work he does with us. Marketing director, IT director. All of us come from a business background in some sense, whether it be marketing. I've got an HR background. Raiden doesn't like to brag, but he owns his own recruitment business, and Dre runs his own business as well. So yeah, we kind of bring a lot of real world experience into the space, and hoping to translate that and help build DeFi into a more legitimate space, let's just say.
We got quite the firepower just from the team alone that's going to be working in this, I'd say.
Yes, sir.
Well, Yeah, so going to the project, I mean, everyone has heard of Cody, and also I've heard of Cookiesale. So what's new this time around?
Let us show you. D, let's take it away.
Cookiesale just got a major upgrade, amped up with a fresh redesign as well as a slew of new features. Both as a project creator and investor, your experience has been treated to accommodate your needs site-wide. Not only is the site beautiful, it's easier to navigate than ever before, getting you from A to Z with ease, whether you're on desktop or mobile. The overall efficiency of our platform has been enhanced, providing all the information you need beforehand. And now for project owners, you can customize your page even further with the introduction of banners and YouTube links. You can really showcase your branding and use case. We've added a trending bar for the top 10 most visited projects on the site, as well as a featured section for those projects that want the most exposure. And to influence your spot on the trending page, the more people that like your project, the higher your trending spot will go. Now, once your project is finalized, your pre-sale page will now have a chart and swap available, so investors can jump in right away. And finally, for projects that want a high priority pre-sale, we have created our own whitelist tier system. This system allows you to set up to 3 tiers, with the option to allocate 1 tier to Cookiesale and their holders to have exclusive access to that pre-sale tier, leaving the power in the project owner's hands. These are just some of the new features to check out, and maybe a few Easter eggs as well. This is Cookiesale 2.0.
Okay, wow. That's quite an update, guys.
Yeah, we put a lot of work in the back end, as well as adding a lot of features to the front end.
I see. Okay, so I would have a bit of some questions myself, but I guess you could dive in better to the project if you have anything else you wanted to go on to the specifics.
Well, we can take you do a quick little tour of the site and the few things that we've added in, just to kind of give a quick overview. You can go to the website now as well. It's live. You can check it out. But I'll just show you on the screen. Just a quick little overview of how the site's functioning right now. So right off the front page here, you can see that we've kind of done a whole brand new redesign, giving it a lot more color and a lot more personality along the way as well. Right away, we've added the trending bar that's cross-chain. So whatever page is getting the most views will determine where your spot is on the trending bar. So whether that's on Polygon, on BSC, ETH, or AVAX. As well as we've created a featured pre-sale section that sits on the top left, giving the project, giving a featured project more outreach and more eyes on it constantly. On the homepage specifically, we've designed our own featured and trending pre-sale spots, and here you can actually interact with the pre-sales, and whichever one gets more likes will actually influence the page, the trending spot where it sits. So if say you're getting close to the same amount of page views as another one, the more likes will actually influence that and push it up. This will actually translate regardless if it's on featured or on the trending bar. But if you're on the featured spot, you'll get the same likes. You'll get a clap to clap people along, as well as easily share a pre-made message that we have set up for projects. You can easily see some information here about the project, the min, the soft cap, the hard cap, if they're contract audited, their KYC pass. We will be only allowing KYC and audited projects to come up on here to be showcased, giving just more eyes on the project and showcasing a bit more. On the front page, you scroll down, there's just a bit more information about what we offer, some of our auditors on the site, as well as just a bit of the services we offer as well. Going into some of the newer stuff that we've introduced in the menu, which has been completely redesigned for your ease of use, some of the information you can see on things that you want to start doing. So for instance, you wanted to create a launchpad with your token, you can see there's create presale. If you need a standard presale that's whitelisted or public, or if you want to do fair launch, if you want a public presale without the hard cap. But one of the things that we did include is new tokens to our minter. So before we only had the standard, the cookie cutter, and the gourmet APY, but we've actually also included the half-baked and fully baked. And these are the most up-to-date modernized contracts for a fraction of the price you would pay from a developer, with a lot of customizable features. going through this, it's like the standard things you would make when you get a token, you know, the token name, the symbol, the total supply, what router you're choosing. But then you can also determine which reward token you're giving your investors, the minimum token balance for rewards, liquidity fee on buy and sell, reward fee on buy and sell, marketing fee on buy and sell, marketing wallets. You can choose what the marketing fee currency is, if it's BNB or other. We're just on the BNB chain right now. This is offered through all of our chains, by the way. The buyback fee, buyback wallet, buyback fee currency, salary if you wanted to do salary as well, if you wanted to have salary in a different currency, or, you know, reward token, BUSD, whatever you wanted. Staking fee, you can do staking as well here as well. Wallet to wallet transfer fee, max transaction available, and max wallet available, up to options right off our site. This one's on the BNB chain. This is 3 BNB, a steal for project creators that want to easily create a token and mint right away with a lot of options available. So if you're looking to make a contract and you're trying to find a developer, why not come to Cookiesale and make it for a fraction of the cost and have all the options available for you right away. On the pre-sale page, we've made things a little bit more beautiful, easier to navigate. Upcoming is this kind of like purpley sunrise kind of color that we've chosen. Live pre-sales, whether they're a pre-sale, like a standard pre-sale or a fair launch, now have like animation, and like they stand out a lot more to showcase that this pre-sale is live. Fair launch, if there's a fair launch, it'll be a more of a cyan color. Projects that have both gotten a contract audit and a KYC through us will also get a verified badge at the top. So if we go to the pre-sale page, you can see that there's pre-sale verified right here. Our page now has a lot more customization. As you can see, that you can have a big banner at the top to really showcase your branding. A YouTube video, this will be by default, it'll be a contribute video that you can see right here, that you can for investors that maybe just want to, you know, contribute really quickly to your website, or to your project. The layout in general has just been updated, a lot easier to look at, a lot easier to navigate. Big contribute section. This section, these two sections here also include badges to showcase if you have contributed, or if you are whitelisted, as well as an emergency withdrawal. They'll appear here if you have contributed. If you go down the site, you can see that some things have just been, you know, increased in terms of quality and visibility. A better token metric system, which showcases in a pie chart as opposed to 4 or 5 separate sections here. As well as if they did token vesting, more token vesting information will show at the bottom here in their own sections, whether that's team or community-based vesting. This is a pre-sale that's live, but there are different, it does change depending on what the pre-sale is status is. So for example, if we went to one that's finalized, you can see that we load up here a chart that showcases how the project's doing. And if you like the project, like this will change and show up right away as soon as the project's been finalized. So as soon as the owner's done that, it'll switch over, and then you can see the chart right away. So say you missed out, as opposed to like leaving and going to like PooCoin or wherever you'd like to go, you can see a chart here, or go to PooCoin if you want to, but you have the option to be right here, as well as connect a wallet and just contribute right here off the site. And it'll be, well, once you connect your wallet, it'll give you the option to swap. But we also wanted to offer something else as well for upcoming pre-sales. So in an upcoming pre-sale, we now have a new section here that's called the Arcade Zone. And with this, you can actually play games right off the page. We've chosen to do Tetris to start. You can just play along while you're waiting. As soon as the pre-sale goes live, this will disappear and you'll be able to buy in. This also gives us the opportunity to have projects that have created the game be showcased on our page right here on the upcoming pre-sale pages. They will be showcased either on just their page or across the site. We can inject their game right in here so that people can see it and play it right away. And I think that's everything that I have to show you guys in terms of like the quick update and look.
I have to say, that is probably one of the best looking GUIs I've seen in a pre-sale launchpad.
Oh, thank you.
You know, especially, yeah, when you click on the pre-sale, every information is there. I like the fact that you've also added the larger banner size of it to better showcase the project, and also the option for them to post the YouTube or any, I think it's just limited to YouTube videos, or can they attach an actual file there?
No, this is just limited to YouTube.
I see. It still helps a lot. You don't need to scramble towards lots of websites. You can see most of the information there. But of course, if they wanted to see the socials, the typical, their links are still going to be there, like that Telegram and everything. But another thing that's something that stands out to me. Oh, okay.
That's okay.
So once. Okay, I think we kind of keep on talking about each other. There must be a delay on someone. Yeah.
It's definitely me. All right.
Okay.
Damn Starlink.
Yeah. So like, call this in the trailer earlier or the preview video. One thing that stands out to me is the swap in the same page as the presale, which is really convenient. I've never seen any launch fan do that, and that really helps a lot. So is that going to be available now or in the near future? Oh, it's already now.
This is now. This is right off the Cookiesale page. This only shows up when a pre-sale is finalized.
I would say that is an amazing idea. I don't know why other launch fan hadn't thought of that I know of, because a lot of times I claim my coins, I need to scramble to the addresses, go to this other website to get to the swap, everything else. But this is really simplified.
Yep. It's right there, available whenever you need it, essentially. You can do whatever you wanted to do, BUSD, BNB. That says I don't have any funds. You can see how rich I am. I don't even have $50 in my wallet. But yeah, you can easily just swap right here. You don't have to leave the page whatsoever. Everything is right here, ready to go for you.
And this is like the similar swap. You don't have any other additional taxes from using your swap.
Nope. This is just so this is offered by CoinBrain on the BNB chain, and their fees are very competitive. We don't take a cut from these whatsoever. This is just for your convenience.
That's amazing. And another thing I wanted to ask is in regards to the pre-sale that you've done. If I remember correctly, you have this special feature for pre-sale where you have tiered whitelist, where a specific whitelist can only contribute a maximum amount. Do you still have that here, or is it less popular than the usual ones?
So I'm going to let
want me to take that?
I'm going to let Jerry take over and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we initially launched Cookiesale back start of April, I believe, and we released basically our beta version, and in the meantime we've been developing this. I guess you could say our gold release of Cookiesale 2.0. And something we mentioned back then was wanting to create a tiered pre-sale system. And we've just taken the time to optimize that as best as possible. Right now, we're about probably a few days away. We're just kind of optimizing the back end, giving little tweaks in to release it. But we've all been in those pre-sales where it's super hyped. We're whitelisted. We go to get in and it fills, in a blink of an eye. We're slow to the draw, or internet disconnects or whatever. So we've kind of developed this tiered pre-sale to kind of fix that issue and allow not only allow investors to get in, but allow project owners to really customize a pre-sale, right? So, sometimes project owners may pay influencers and whitelists, or maybe they have an early set of community members who helped build it up. They were there from the start, there from the ground floor, and helped build it up. And they want to make sure that those loyal investors get in. So now you can do that with our tiered pre-sale. So it essentially works like this. You can split up a pre-sale into 2 or 3 phases, right? With each tier. Each tier will have the option to set an allocated amount, a min-max buy, and a time. So, for example, if you were going to do a pre-sale and max amount you wanted 500 BNB, you could set the first tier for 100 BNB and put the whitelist address in for that tier. You can set a min-max amount. You can make it the same. You can make it different for each one, and it'll have a time. Once that time finishes, or if the project owner wants to advance, they can go to the next tier, which they can set for, say, 150. And then the same deal applies. Advance, let the time finish, and it advances, and the remaining allocation will be in that final tier. So it really, like I said, it really gives, project owners this flexibility, this customization to create a pre-sale and ensure that, certain people get in they're guaranteed to get in, or at least get first crack at it and whatnot. And this is kind of where our new cookie token ties in. So with each tier, there's going to be an option. You can select custom, where the project owner can add the whitelist address themselves, or they can select Cookiesale. And when our token is live, what it's going to do, it's going to read the contract, and of a certain threshold and above, it'll automatically add those whitelists. So the project owner will forego the ability to add whitelists, remove whitelists on that tier, and it'll be Cookiesale tiers, Cookiesale addresses that are holding the token. And initially when we kind of created this launchpad, our whole ethos was to remain decentralized, right? Kind of provide all the resources, provide the education, everything to project owners to create their pre-sale, and make it truly decentralized. But what we've noticed since launching is that from when we initially launched Cody, that it's kind of changed where, because of, I think, the competitiveness in the space, project owners are coming to us kind of like, what can we do for you, right? And so this way, what we're doing is essentially maintaining that ethos of keeping it decentralized and the power in their hands, but giving them access to a whole community, right? A whole community who is looking to invest in, good projects. So yeah, that's exciting. I think I'll hand it over to you, Dre, to kind of dive more into the cookie token and how it kind of ties into the tier system. But that's our primary use case right now.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so with the updated features of the new Cookiesale 2.0, as you were just mentioning, we are launching a Cookiesale token, and we're very excited about that. The Cookiesale token is going to holders of a certain threshold or a certain amount of the cookie token are going to be able to qualify for that optional aspect of project owners listing. So there'll be an option for them to list a certain amount of holders of the Cookiesale token for a tier 1 whitelist spot. So again, just following up on what Jerry said, initially, it was a case of everyone, most projects launching did a bunch of marketing themselves, and they only had a small amount of whitelist spots that they, gave out to call channels in the community and whatnot. But a lot's changed since then, and we've noticed that, projects come to us and say, well, look, what can you do for us as a launchpad, and how much of our pre-sale can you fill? So with that, and with with the fact that this space is always changing, and we always need to be kind of upgrading and improving and moving with the times. That's why we've introduced the tier system, and with it the cookie token that we'll be launching. We anticipate sometime around September. So if you hold a certain amount of tokens, and we'll release that value soon, you will qualify for those tier 1 whitelist spots, which incentivize the buying of the cookie token. Of course, it also drives more volume to the cookie platform, and again, it drives more volume into the Cookiesale Telegram. So that's what we want. We want to create a really big, hyped, buzzing community, and that in turn will feed more customers and more eyes back into the launchpad, which of course makes it a far more bullish place for people to launch their projects. So the cookie token is going to be a sub 10% tax. It is most likely going to be around 9-10%. With that, we're going to have marketing, development, but we also have a 1% tax, which is going to buy back and burn Cody with each transaction. And so we did that because Cody is, of course, part of the ecosystem. We have further plans and developments for Cody down the line, but we just wanted to pay homage to Cody and make sure that it's understood that it is part of the ecosystem. So there'll be a 1% tax that buys back Cody and burns it instantly, and with that, the rest of the taxes will enable us to push Cookiesale as aggressively and as polished as we like to here in the Cody team. So marketing money and development money is always important. And whilst we understand that at the moment there seems to be a bit of a low tax meta going on, we think 10%, 9-10% is a nice middle ground. It's not too high where it puts people off. It's not too low where it takes funds from the project, which will hamper its development and marketing ability. And again, it's not too low to encourage too much swing trading. Again, this token is designed to buy and hold, and that's not to say that you can't buy and sell. It's a free market. We encourage everyone to do as they please. But, with the use case that we're bringing in with the cookie token, we anticipate there is the incentive to really buy it and hold it, because not only will the value of your cookie tokens be going up, we're also introducing BNB rewards. And we've done that again, even though it does bring up the tax a little bit. We've done it again because I know myself as an investor and the rest of the team as investors, in this space, obviously, depending on the market, sometimes it's nice to buy a pre-sale, sell it for a 2x and keep moving and keep building up on your profits like that. But, most of us that are experienced in the space, if you find a good project, if you find a good use case, certainly the most profitable thing to do is to hold. But it's always nice when you're holding to see some kind of passive income or some kind of benefit of holding. That way, if the chart goes up and down, you're not as anxious because you're making money on that volume. So we like the idea of the BNB rewards because it does, again, incentivize holding, and it does put your mind at ease whilst holding that you're still generating a passive income without actually selling any of your tokens. So that's why we've done that. So the tax will be around 10%. We're super excited. One of the key benefits of being an experienced team in this space and having been around, next week marks the 12-month anniversary of when we launched the initial iteration of Cody, which was Kodiak. So the benefit of being around for 12 months and having built up trusting relationships with certain influencers and notable people in this space is that we're in the very unique position to be able to get a lot of these big influencers on board in the pre-sale phase. So which is super bullish in the fact that it will generate a lot of buying pressure at launch, and it will also generate a lot of eyes into the system and ecosystem that is Cody and Cookiesale. So we're super excited. And when I'm talking about influencers, I'm talking about really big names in the space. So you can expect to see that as we get closer to launch, and we're certainly again, in a very unique position to be able to call upon a lot of favors and to have that kind of trusted name where people are willing and able to promote in the pre-sale phase, which not many tokens have the luxury of. So we anticipate it will be a very hyped pre-sale. We anticipate it will be a very a quick fill. We're not going to do a massive pre-sale. We anticipate it'll be around 400 to 500 BNB because we want to retain that buyer pressure at launch. So with that, again, it's super important to get one of those tier 1 whitelist spots because that will be guaranteed entry into the cookie pre-sale. So there will be more details coming out about how to secure yourself one of those tier 1 whitelist spots. We'll be giving away some whitelist spots to our partners here, to Phoenix Holdings, of course. These guys have been big supporters of us since day one in Cody, which is 12 months ago, as I just mentioned. So we have a huge respect for these guys, and it's great to kind of, after 12 months, to still be here working together and moving forward. So just to cover some of the ways that you can obtain a whitelist spot, they will be limited, they will be rare, and we want that to be the case as we want to generate as much hype as possible for this pre-sale. But initially, or as it stands now, if you buy 100 or if you hold 100 million Cody tokens, you will get a guaranteed tier 1 whitelist spot into the cookie token. There's also the possibility to, if you successfully refer a project to Cookiesale and they successfully list and complete their pre-sale, then you will also get a tier 1 whitelist spot with that. So as well as we'll be doing a bunch of giveaways. We've started our AMA tour now, and based on the anticipated launch date, which should be mid to end September, we've got about we've got 4 to 5 weeks here to really push the marketing and get the word out about the not only the new update in Cookiesale 2.0, but the new token that is going with it. So We are super excited. We've got lots more developments to come, lots more upgrades to the Cookiesale platform. Again, we have the, we're incredibly fortunate that we have the luxury of not only having D-Lutz, who is, it turns out an amazing React designer all of a sudden. So we've got him doing, the front end and some of the back end, and then we've got FT as well, who's not here at the moment, and together those guys have all the skills and abilities they need to continue to polish and upgrade Cookiesale as we go along. And the other benefit of having those skills in house means we don't have to waste or spend marketing money on those kind of developments. We can really use it exclusively to push the platform and the tokens. So yeah, there's going to be lots of big marketing and lots of big things coming. We're just getting started here, and the next 4 to 5 weeks should be very interesting and exciting. And then of course, once we launch, the fun really begins. But yeah, we've already got some really big names in the space on board, and yeah, we're excited to to get things rolling and to start pushing this brand new token from the same old team.
Also excited, guys. And just to be clear, since you mentioned Cookiesale 2.0, this is still going to be the first token within the Cookiesale, correct?
Yes. So when I say Cookiesale 2.0, we're just referring to the new update of the Cookiesale Launchpad. So when we actually launched Cookiesale close to 6 months ago now, the first launch was Cookiesale 1.0. Obviously there were bugs, there was optimization to roll out, but a lot of these things can't be done until you're kind of live on mainnet and really testing in the bigger ecosystem like that. So Cookiesale 2.0 refers to the updated version of the Cookiesale platform, which we showed you before, and now Cookie Token will be the token that belongs to that launchpad and is part of the Cody ecosystem.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up. And I wanted to repeat something. How much to get the the T1 whitelist spot? How much Cody token do they need to hold?
100 million, which is about 7 BNB at the moment.
Okay,
so
guys. So
yeah,
so
guys. So it's one of those opportunities.
Oh, there we go again. Speaking over each other, yeah. 100 million, guys, of Cody tokens you needed to hold if you're interested in the T1 whitelist. But of course, they have other ways to get it, and I think they mentioned some of them here. But the best is definitely going to be active at their Telegram group for the latest updates and in regards to getting the whitelist spots. So moving forward more with the project itself. So I'm assuming the pre-sale is definitely going to be under the Cookiesale. Your own launchpad.
Yeah, we'll be utilizing our whitelist, our tiered whitelist feature, and we'll be launching on Cookiesale.
So, do you have any information about the max buy per whitelist tier that people can have?
Yeah, it's going to be 1 to 2 BNB. We anticipate tier 1 will be a 2 BNB max buy, and then we're still deciding whether we keep the buys the same over both all the tiers, or whether we reduce the max application as the tiers go down to further incentivize getting one of those tier 1 whitelist spots. But that information will still be released. But yeah, tier 1 will be a guaranteed whitelist spot, and that will most likely be a 2 BNB max contribution. But we can't imagine that the contribution will be any higher than 2 BNB. Again, we want this to fill quickly, and we want people, we don't want people to have too big a bags at launch. We really want to incentivize that buying at launch, and we through our experience in the space, we see that it is important to maintain and create that buyer pressure at launch, and that's why we won't be allowing too bigger of the contributions, and again, that's why we will be running a small pre-sale of around 400-500 BNB. I say small because small in comparison to what the token is offering and what we have planned. A lot of other tokens with this kind of use case and this kind of team, they would do a 1,500 BNB pre-sale, and we're confident we could do the same and feel the same, but again, we would rather make it smaller, make it a bit more sought after, and then have that buy pressure at launch to be able to further activate marketing and really come out of the gates kind of swinging. So that's the plan there.
Okay, I totally agree with that. I mean, for the amount of utilities you got for this project, I mean, I would say personally, from what I heard from the team and the project itself, you can go for an 800 BNB and it would still get filled. So 400 is it's a really good and generous amount, so that there are less people to be in the pre-sale and there's more potential for the coin to grow. So in regards to the tiers, so 2 BNB for the tier 1s and 1 BNB, still not sure about that, if I hear correctly. 1 BNB for the tier 2s. But everyone has a fair chance of getting in, or is it going to be oversub somehow?
Look, it will be, again, it will be most likely a little bit oversubbed, but that's the benefit of the tier list. You know, we will really, tier 1 is going to be guaranteed. So our partners, those people that buy 100 million Cody tokens, they will be getting their tier 1 allocations, and they will be 100% guaranteed. The further you get down the tier list, I guess the less likely it is that you will get in. So if you're in tier 3, you've got a good chance. But again, tier 3 will most likely be competing with the rest of the tier 3 to get their positions in. And that's why, the tier 1 and 2 is really what you're chasing. Again, as much as we don't want anyone to miss out, from a marketing perspective, we kind of do. There is merit to being slightly over subscribed, and there is merit to filling quickly and really having that bullish sentiment about a pre-sale. So again, that is the benefit of the tier sale or the tier system, and that is why those tier 1 whitelists will be highly sought after, because they will be guaranteed allocation. And then we anticipate, as we get down, that the pre-sale will fill at some stage during the 3rd tier.
Okay, I see. And as much as I wanted more of my questions, I'm seeing a lot of hype from the community already wanting to ask their questions. So would it be okay for you to go to the community questions straight ahead if you don't have anything else you wanted to add?
Of course.
Okay, guys, so you heard it. The phase for community questions is now open, so you know the drill. If you wanted to ask questions, just raise your hand in the VC and you'll be picked, hopefully. And if you can't speak over the VC, you can just ask your questions in the main chat. But just a reminder that priority will be given to the VC questions. So let's go on for the first question. Okay, for the very first one, let's go with King Crypto. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question. King Crypto going once, twice, thrice. Okay, let's pick another one. Okay, Critical Mindset. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Speechless.
Hey. Yeah, everyone's pretty speechless, guys.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear it.
Sorry, Priscilla.
Hey, yeah, we hear your
How are
Critical
you guys
Mindset.
doing?
We're doing
Okay,
good.
my question is we all know many launchpad project with launchpad utility usually used to have some incentive for their holders, like having a referral incentive whereby holders that have some friends or other projects they think is very good and might make some good impression towards the market. Is there any incentive of such on the project?
Okay, I
Are
think
you
you're kind
asking?
of cutting off. Yeah.
Yeah,
But you understand the question?
I think I heard him say incentive, so I'm not sure if he's talking about the incentive of holding the cookie token. Is that the gist of it? Well, I'll assume that's the gist of it. So just to reiterate, like the incentive to hold the cookie token is you're going to have access to a lot of the bigger pre-sales, especially ones that we kind of work with, intimately. They will most likely be using the cookie token option, as well as Dre kind of mentioned before about the BNB rewards. But this is the thing with the token, like we have a laundry list of things that are coming to this platform in terms of utility, use case, and whatnot. We have to keep, as much as we'd love to kind of give you guys a roadmap and tell you what we're going to do and even get you more hype that way. This launchpads, I mean, the space in general, when projects are competing, when you're in this competitive launchpad industry, it's, you know, I call it's a real knife fight. You know what I mean? Like it's very competitive. I mean, we just see one of the other competing launchpads has already taken the code for our trending bar, word for word, copy D-Lutz's code and put it on there. So, I mean, that's what we're kind of dealing with in this space where obviously, you know, there's no patents. This is DeFi. That's the name of the game. You guys can guess in the chat. I will give you hints. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's, and you know what, you can see what we do. You know, a lot of the launchpads that are coming out, they're just forks of Cookiesale. You see the same layout. You see Pinksale, Gempad. You see all these ones. They're all forks of the same thing, and they're really just copying each other. What we really thrive at is innovating. You see that with the arcade zone. You see that with how we're innovating with this tiered pre-sale, like, and how we're incorporating our token into it, and how we're still maintaining the ethos and whatnot. We thrive in that. We have a vision, and you know, we started, I'd say, in terms of launch pads right now that are, you know, viable. You know, obviously, you know, a lot of people come out with these launch pads, but they're just, you know, they're not there. There a lot of work goes into it. And I think a lot of people don't recognize how much it actually takes to create one. But yeah, we've essentially with this, we've made leaps and bounds now where we maybe started behind, right? We're kind of the earliest, and we're now going to be, I mean, I know it's maybe overconfident of me to say, but we're going to be taking the lead, and they're going to start trying to follow us and what we're doing and the innovations we're making. And we welcome it, but I think with what we're doing, that it's just a matter of time before we really kind of you know, become more of the established launchpad in this space. And as well, you know, we have multiple blockchains, Ethereum, AVAX, Polygon. We'll be adding to that as well. But it's such a competitive space that I want to say more, but I can't say more. But you know, the use case that this token brings right now, the incentive to hold, the incentive to get in, it's great, and there's only going to be more coming. And obviously, when you are launching a token and you have the reputation and what we've done in the space already, I mean, actions speak louder than words. Trust it's almost non-existent in this space. And if you can find a team that you believe in, a team that you can trust, I mean, that's you're already so far ahead of the game, and you're already creating so much anticipation for whatever you do release.
Okay, I think you kind of cut off. Is Ray gone? Oh, wait, who is gone?
Yeah, I'm here. We lost Ray.
Oh, okay.
He was good. He was good.
Can I go ahead?
He was on it.
Unfortunately, critical mindset, we're keeping it to one question at a time.
All right,
So,
no problem. Thank you. Thank you very much.
okay, so let's go on to the next question. Thank you so much for the question and the wonderful answer, even though you cut off in the middle. But yeah, at the end, rather, not in the middle. So let's go on for the next question. Yeah, here's Jerry. Hey, Jerry.
Oh, I was feeling myself too.
Oh, man. You still remember what you're going to add to your
When did I
answer?
cut off? Maybe I can add it. Maybe I can jump in and finish it. But yeah, sorry, where did I cut off?
I wish I can tell you, but I was kind of choosing the next question, so it kind of went over my head or something.
Well, yeah, well, again, just kind of what, if I can remember what I was just saying, where, yeah, we have a lot more coming to the utility of Cookiesale. We're developing under the Cody umbrella. Like, Cookiesale is the start, but and obviously under the Cookiesale ecosystem, we have a lot coming. And like I explained before, you know, we have to keep a lot of cards close to our chest, but this is really just the start, and we are getting the momentum right now. We're getting the momentum, and we're going to keep it going. And I think, you know, it's only a matter of time before we become the established launchpad in the space, and that's obviously the goal. So
that's definitely something to look forward to. And I think I missed the information. When is the pre-sale that you wanted to do?
The cookie token presale.
Yeah, the cookie token presale.
We're aiming for September. So, we're about
Okay.
4 to 6 weeks away. So, that gives us, we believe, ample time just to obviously raise awareness, get, do all the things you need to do to get exposure to the token and build up the excitement.
Definitely. You're doing the marketing really early, which is always good because a lot of projects, they just do their solid marketing like 1 week before
Yeah.
the pre-sale. And, it really makes you question how much effort the team had actually put in. But given the fact that you've already had this launchpad already launched, you have a lot of projects under it as well. And, just now you're releasing the token, which is an upgrade, which is the 2.0 of the features that you have. So that just shows of the trust that the community and the future investors will have in you, given that you have a working product already.
Exactly. And it's very rare to see in this space, right? A project coming out. A lot of it is based on promises and whatnot, where we really want to deliver and show we've delivered, and we have a track record of delivering. And so, that we're like I said, we're just getting started.
Exactly. Yeah, you've already delivered and everything, and you're going to be doing a lot more delivering within the next updates that you have for Cookiesale.
Yes,
So
sir.
going on to the next question, so we can cover as many questions as we can get. Let's go with Frankie. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Frankie.
Okay,
We can hear you.
yeah.
So yeah, ask your question.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask regarding the launchpad. Many projects coming to actually launch their tokens on your launchpad, both real projects, scam projects. So how are you going to detect the scam project? And let's say there's an issue of, okay, you ran away with funds from pre-sale from your launchpad. How are you going to track them down, and how secured is the launchpad? Thank you.
Well, I'll talk. Thanks for the question. So for security, it's very secure. Our partners are who we're working with, our developer, that's kind of been like the main focus. Obviously, I think when you are dealing with potentially thousands of dollars of people's money, you want it to be secured. I mean, we'll be getting it's been audited, everything's been checked, but we're gonna eventually, hopefully soon, get a CertiK audit of the actual launchpad itself. In terms of scam projects, it's kind of what we focus as well on Cookiesale is user experience and education. Because to be truly decentralized, it does open the door for nefarious projects. I mean, that's why obviously, if you have a checklist, people should have a checklist of what they're looking for in a pre-sale. Is the contract audited? Is it KYC'd? Is the team maybe vesting tokens, or do you trust the team? Do they have a history? What's the actual utility? You can go down the list. A lot of things too with KYC, what people don't realize, they'll see that a project's KYC'd on a platform, and they'll assume, oh, that's obviously a major deterrent in project owners doing anything nefarious. But then you still see it happen, and nothing really gets done. The information's released, but people don't realize that a lot of the KYCs that are done, they can be done if you have a team. Let me give you an example. If there's a project with 5 team members, and maybe 2 team members KYC, but they didn't actually KYC the contract owner, and maybe the 2 members who KYC don't realize, and the contract owner runs away with the funds. So when you KYC with Cookiesale, what we really encourage is the Cookiesale KYC, because we have an AI system. It actually will scan your face. It'll scan the ID you give, and it can look for criminal records and whatnot, and basically red flags it can raise up. So it's very secure there. Also, you have to send in a video proving that you're the contract owner, and showing that you are. You'll have to confirm, send a video, show that you have control of the wallet that is the contract owner. So that's kind of a secure way of having KYC. But other than that, all we can do essentially is educate and give people just the steps and things to look out for. Raise red alerts. I mean, we're still kind of adding to that and increasing, awareness and helping people know what to look for, because sometimes people don't know what to look for. And obviously the newer you are into the space, the more likely you're going to be making mistakes like that. But it is a tough field to navigate, and to ensure complete safety. Anybody who does, I'm seeing, certain projects being dubbed SAFU. You can't really do that. And I think you're kind of setting yourself up for, a backlash when a project who is dubbed as safe does something, does scam, does rug. It's kind of a pipe dream in the space. It's the gift and the curse of the space. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do, is essentially education, awareness, making things more visible on the space. And there will be projects that we will vet. I guess there's a little hint of things we're going to do, and we'll try to guide and give visual indicators of projects that we do trust. But right now we have, the project, if they are audited in KYC, that's something to look for. It obviously stands out on the platform of projects that do that. And that, to me, that's the bare minimum of what you should do. But there's a lot more that you can look at, and we're excited to kind of raise that awareness and education for investors.
Definitely. I mean, in this space, you can't really trust any project 100%, no matter how many KYCs, audits, or
exactly
everything else they can provide. There's never 100% safe project. I mean, I've seen a lot of projects do that. They have everything, they have audits, KYC, but, smart people, hackers, scammers will always find a way. But they can have some sort of confidence that you can be really in-depth and detailed with their safety. So in regards to that, let's say worst case scenario, for a project you fully vetted, what is the most you can do to a project that scammed that did the most out of the vetting process that Cookiesale can provide?
Sorry, what's the most that we can do?
Yes, let's say that a project rug, do you somehow have something in the pre-sale contract that will benefit anyone who were a victim?
Oh, like some sort of like insurance?
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
That's something we're still discussing, and kind of the logistics of how that would work. It's hard to do, I think. I mean, obviously we have the ability to cancel pre-sales. Anything that does seem, suspicious, we can cancel. But, it's hard if a project does launch and then rugs afterwards, because it's kind of like at that point, it kind of goes away from the platform. But, and that's why,
exactly.
So it is, again, it's kind of a, it's a fine line you have to walk where you can, and that's what I'm saying, where in terms of guaranteeing safety, to me, that's something you can't do. You just cannot do. I mean, in this space with high risk comes high reward, right? That's kind of the, that's something I know we're all aware of.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I understand that, because I've also heard some projects that were able to rug before they even launch. Like they have all the green flags. And what they did is they blacklisted all of the pre-salers, so they're not able to claim, and they're able to launch. I'm sure a lot of the people here in the VC knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, they're able to do that. So hopefully that is something you can avoid in terms of using your launchpad. Yeah. And hackers, scammers are getting smart.
I'd assume those contracts weren't audited, at least not by somebody reputable, because usually
they were in a reputable launchpad, and they have the best kind of green flags that launchpad can vouch for, and still they were able to rug. That's really scary.
That is scary. But yeah, again, I mean, hopefully, and that's why it's important to also check who's auditing a contract. We have verified auditors and whatnot. So we're kind of, we have so many, you can imagine how many, little auditing firms come to us to ask to, be an approved auditor. And it's like, listen, you just started a month ago. You're offering $20 for an audit. Like, that's not something we can associate. I mean, maybe you are legit. Maybe you do good work, but you kind of got to gain a reputation. And that's why, most of the auditors all the auditors we've selected, we know intimately, and we feel confident in their work.
Yeah, definitely. But before we get to ask more questions, let's give more chances for the community. Oh, Dre got removed. Okay. So we can get, I guess, 3 more questions. Hey, Dre, welcome back. Okay,
Thank you. Yeah.
so yeah, so let's go with what's the guy's name? He got removed. Okay, oh man, there's a lot of people in the VC. It's hard to keep track of the people raising their hands. Okay, Showmax, you're allowed to speak. Hello, Showmax. Okay, going once. Showmax, please speak. You need to unmute yourself. Going twice. People are getting a lot more shy whenever they're unmuted, I guess. It just came to them that they need to speak in public. Okay, let's pick another one.
There's a lot of people in the AMA. It is a little
Yes, we're getting to the 95 mark. Okay, so let's go with Victor. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question. Hello, Victor. Okay, I see you unmuting yourself, Victor, but you're not making any sounds.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Victor. Please ask your question.
Okay, cool project. I've just been going through your website, and it's very, very cool one indeed. When I was going through the website, under the part where you gave the people that access the website the opportunity to create their token, I clicked on it, and I saw prices for each. To create a token, you said 0.1 BNB. To create airdrop, you mentioned 0.2 BNB. And that is very good. But my question is this. Creating a token with 0.1 BNB, I just feel that that's too cheap. Though you guys might have considered that, but why
you're
such
talking
a low price?
I think you're just looking at the standard token. So if a standard token is very...
I saw 0.1 BNB for token.
Not many people will choose that option. It's a very limited contract. So again, from a business model, whilst most people would, anyone that wants a really good contract is going to opt for the fully baked contract. We just wanted to offer multiple different versions and again, incentivize and show what people are getting for the 3 BNB compared to what they're getting for the 0.1 BNB. So, the 0.1 BNB, the cookie cutter token or the standard token is very limited in its features and the cost reflects that. So that's only one and rather the entry level token available on our token minter. The other, the fully baked token is a fully featured token, and that will cost 3 BNB. So, we don't anticipate too many people will be going for the 0.1 BNB option. It's simply there more as a placeholder and to really give a greater range of the contracts we offer. But most people, if they're serious about their project, will be choosing the fully baked option for 3 BNB.
Okay. Thank you so much for your question. Victor. So let's go on to the next one so we can cover as many questions as we can. So Ronald, you're allowed to speak. Please ask your question.
Hello?
Hello, Ronald. Yeah, I can hear you. And did Ronald disappear? And I just unmuted him. I just left the VC. Oh, wait. Are you still here, Ronald? Okay, he seems like he left. Okay, I see Crypto Ming here. He's been. Oh yeah, Crypto Ming. Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, hello.
I just want to know why you guys all sound so fucking.
Can you hear me?
That's it.
Oh wait.
Can you hear me?
Oh wait, Ronald is back. Oh wait.
All right. Could you please tell me more about the educational aspect of your project?
The educational aspect, did you say, Ronald?
Yeah, the educational aspect, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, currently what we've done is we've created a bunch of videos, a bunch of YouTube videos to help guide people through not only investing in the pre-sales, but also setting up the pre-sales and working with the site. And then we have intentions to further develop that educational aspect, as people that have run a project in the BSC for 12 months, but also as investors. We have intentions to further contribute to the space by helping with educational videos and releasing those onto the site, as well as working with our partners and doing guest appearances there and helping educate.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ronald.
Okay, that was quite fast, Ronald. Okay, let's go with the next one. You got cut off halfway while answering, I see.
You'd had
He
enough.
was tired. He was
He
done
was
with your
convinced.
answer. He was like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, he got his answer and like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is why you guys all sound so fucking handsome. That's it. Take your time.
Am I included in that, or is it just the Cody to you?
You are sounding most handsome.
Aw, you're making me blush, man. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's the best question so far tonight. So yeah.
And we're all speechless. I don't have a
Yeah, it's hard to answer that.
For once.
Practice. That's all I'll say. Practice.
Definitely. So that's your question. Okay, we can move on to the next one. Okay, let's go for it. You're allowed to ask your question. Go for it. Okay, for a hyped up
Can you hear
name.
me?
Okay, you
There we
seem
go.
okay. Yeah.
He's going for it.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
go for it,
Can
man.
you
Yeah,
hear
yeah. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thanks for the thanks for the opportunity. What a great project, I would say. When you say something that some like you gotta do a video for us to show some proof about the staking. No, that's real great. But you know that you have like some people in which like they are not educated about the project, and they will also want to show their own proof that they are also. Can you hear me?
Hello. I think you're asking about the educational aspect again, which was answered like a couple more minutes ago. So I think that's all good. And Jerry, I don't think you have any staking aspect to it, right?
No, we don't.
No, he said about a
Okay.
video. Didn't
No, this is not a video game. I think you got the wrong project. Go for it. I'm sorry. Thank you for your question anyway. Okay, sorry. I need to cut that
He's in the
off.
wrong AMA. He's in
the wrong AMA. I'm sorry for that, guys. Okay, let's go with another question. I was choosing this guy earlier. Pour water, please. Ask a question. This might be the last question if So pour water. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sure can.
Yeah, let me just go straight to my question. I just want to talk about your project. Yeah, I just want to know when it comes to the funding of the project, how do you plan to create a balance between you and the investor in order for you to benefit from your project and also to make the investor to benefit from it too? You got the question?
So how we can mutually benefit as project owners
Yeah, I
and
guess.
investors?
Yeah, business-wise and everything. And also the ecosystem, I guess. I also wanted to add that to that question. How will you plan to maintain the balance? Because most Launchpad tokens, the only incentive of holding the token is just to have tiers. So it will be limited to just this X amount of tokens, and it won't be bigger than that. So would you plan to have any other utilities for the Cookiesale token itself?
Yeah, so like I was mentioning before, I don't know, maybe I got cut off. We have other plans to kind of, again, obviously expand the ecosystem and increase utility for the cookie token within this ecosystem. And like I was mentioning before, I want to kind of give you an idea of things we're aiming for, things we're doing, but this space is so, it's just, we have people just taking what we're doing almost sometimes immediately, trying to, they'll take ideas and try to run with them and beat them. So it's you have to be very cagey with newer ideas and whatnot. But
You can
so
there's more incentives to just holding for tiers. That's something you can say.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the B&B rewards will factor into that again, as mentioned earlier. As well as by holding your tokens to guarantee your whitelist spot, but you're also getting you'll also be getting B&B rewards. So we anticipate the token as a whole is going to have a quite a large volume. And that will be enabled by not only the use case, the platform, but also the marketing that we are known for, and that we will certainly do with this token. So the incentive there to hold will be for the guaranteed whitelist allocations, but then again, you will also generate a passive income through the B&B rewards. So in its initial iteration, that will be incentive enough to hold for most, because you're getting a passive income whilst also hopefully generating more of an income by using your guaranteed whitelist spots to get into a bunch of the projects that are hosted on Cookiesale. So so the combination of the B&B rewards and the tiered system should give enough or most of our investors enough incentive to hold. And then, of course, as Jerry said, we have a lot more plans and developments that we're already starting to work on for Cookiesale and the whole Cody ecosystem. But of course, unfortunately, we have to be we have to hold our cards quite close to our chest. Jerry mentioned, there's already been aspects of our new updated site that have been just copied code for code, word for word. So it's a bit of a
look
shame.
For a similar trending bar. Let's just say that.
Let's just say that. But you'll see. You can see when you look at the back end, it's not just copying the idea. It's actually copying the whole code and everything. So, but that's okay. That's how some people want to run their projects. We're not here to, defame anyone. Essentially, maybe a little bit, but it's we need to, with that in mind, we need to keep our future developments close to our chest. And we apologize, but unfortunately, if we announce some of the the innovative ideas that we have before we get to actually launch them, then we almost with certainty know that the competition will take them and pass them off as their own ideas. So with that being said, we have to keep a bit close to our chest. But yes, we have many plans to develop. We've been here for 12 months. We intend to be here for many, many more months and years ahead. So there's a lot coming and there's a lot planned for the ecosystem, but you'll just have to wait and see. And initially, we think the B&B rewards and the tiered whitelist will be enough for most holders to be comfortable holding.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Sure.
I will add to that that the stuff that I've been implementing and working on has not been done in this space at all, but it is incredibly beneficial for every single user of the platform.
Okay, and I wanted to ask, I guess this might be my last question before we wrap up the AMA. In regards to the projects that's wanting to use the Cookiesale platform as their launchpad, what will be the cost of it? And will they require to give X amount of their own tokens, or will this be they will just pay a fixed amount, maybe?
Glad you asked that. Trey, you want to take it or I'll take it?
Yeah, you can go for
it. Yeah, so we do not take any tokens as a condition of payment. That was something we implemented early on, and we're kind of seeing that changes. So the price to launch a pre-sale on Cookiesale is 0.5 BNB for initial listing fee and 2% of BNB raised. We believe... I think, first of all, taking tokens is something we don't want to have any type of contribution to the downfall of a project. And we think that's kind of what that does. We don't want your tokens. You keep them. That's been our mantra since day one. We really believe in the ethos of giving power to the project owners and investors. And we want to maintain that ethos. And even with our cookie token and our new tiered system and our use cases, we're going to continue doing that.
I mean, personally, I totally get. I'm really amazed that you plan to do that as well, because I've seen a lot of major launchpad in the past. The main victims of this kind of scheme, like taking tokens from the project, are the small ones, because as soon as they launch, it's most likely the project, the launchpad will just sell their tokens and it will just kill the project itself.
Exactly.
And having a fixed amount of payments is a lot better than as you saw, the cost of a downfall of a token, because you're going to be, of course, selling them at some point. So that is really generous, and it's for everyone. It's for small projects, big projects, and yeah, it's for Cookiesale. You can use it for every kind of size of projects that you're going to launch.
Exactly, and everybody loves cookies, right? So in the end, it truly is for
Yeah.
everybody.
So that's the origin of the name Cookie. The Cookiesale, your launchpad.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. You'd be surprised. It takes, we a lot of us have backgrounds in marketing, and the branding is, it took us a long time to really decide on the brand. Branding is very important, obviously, and in the business world in general. And yeah, we won't get too far, won't get too deep into that, but yeah.
And I guess to wrap up this AMA, especially for the people who are late to tuning into this AMA, can you tell us a bit of summary on what Cookiesale is all about and why people should be buying, investing, and holding your tokens in the near future?
Dre, I'll pass it on to you. I've talked enough.
Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, of course. Well, look, to summarize, we're bringing we have brought a state-of-the-art launchpad into fruition. It's live currently. We will keep working on it. We'll keep developing it. We'll keep setting the trends in this space. And if other people want to copy them, well, it's a compliment to us. But we'll continue to develop. We will continue to innovate in this space. That is our promise. And the Cookie token grants you access to the front row of that show, essentially. So again, to summarize, why would you buy? Why would you hold Cookiesale token? Not only to get the preferential tier 1 whitelist spots into the projects that those project owners select that option for, but there'll also be BNB rewards. There will be heavy marketing again. To reiterate, we have some big YouTubers and some big influencers on board with us in the pre-sale phase, and they'll be marketing not only the pre-sale but post-launch as well. So we've got a lot of connections in this space, which we've forged over the last 12 months, which lets us do some really cool and innovative marketing that a lot of other teams don't necessarily. In this space, there's a degree of scamming that you have to go through before you find the right connections and find what works and stuff. And I can happily say after 12 months, we've been through it all. And we have all the right people in all the right places to send this token, into the hundreds of millions, which is what we plan. So why buy Cookie? Well, it's from a team that's been here for 12 months. It's from a team that's, hardworking and trusted in this space. And it's something that we're very passionate about and we're very excited for. So we're going to, we anticipate this will be, one of the bigger launches of the years, and certainly one of the bigger, more robust and stable utility tokens in the space. So why buy Cookie? Well, you get whitelist spots into the pre-sales on Cookiesale, and you get BNB rewards, and then with that you have a very good idea based on what we've done and what we will do, that we have enough funds and enough connections to really push this token as far as we want to. So they're the reasons you would buy. Have a look. The white paper will be released shortly. We're just finalizing the metrics, and then that will be released with the white paper in the coming week. And then you'll be able to get a bit more information there. But essentially, all our DMs are always open. The Cookiesale chat's open. Cody chat's open. If you guys have any questions, you can come in there. We're more than happy to explain anything or clarify anything. But yeah, we're very excited for this token. We're going to be doing heavy marketing, and we're going to be pushing this together with a bona fide utility and a working business model. So anyone who wonders, well, how do you plan to keep pushing this? Well, the benefit is not only do we have the marketing and development tax, but we also have the real life revenue from the Cookiesale platform. So in that way, we've developed a robust business plan to be able to let us not only develop and push in the bear market, but certainly, of course, in the bull market as well. So yeah, we're super excited. We're very confident with this, and we think it's going to be a really good investment for anyone, whether it's pre-sale or buying in the early stages of the token, or even in the later stages of the token. We intend it to be robust and stable, and we're going to be pushing it very hard. So that would be the final pitch.
That's a well-explained last pitch, I would say. And guys, just an additional information, if you wanted to get into the projects for sure, they have this tier 1 for Cody holders. So they needed to, if you wanted to have a tier 1 whitelist spot, if I'm not mistaken, you need to hold 100 million Cody tokens. And if they hold that, do they need to stake it, or do they need to write a form or something?
No, they can hold it, they can stake it, they can do what they like with it. We'll be releasing a form closer to the pre-sale, and then you'll be able to put your wallet addresses in, and we'll go and verify those wallet addresses, and then you'll be whitelisted if everything checks out.
Okay, and guys, an additional reminder, this is due to like 4 to 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, again, before the pre-sale. So you guys are pretty early if you're listening to this VC, and you can see the plans of the team. This is a really well-known team in this space. They have Cody. I'm pretty sure a lot of people has heard of that here, and I can't believe it's been 12 months since Cody has launched. Time flies really fast.
Crazy.
And yeah. So another thing I wanted to add is that I know, as they mentioned earlier, all of the questions here are, unfortunately, we're working with limited time, so we're not able to answer it. So I encourage you to please join their Telegram group. That is pinned in the main chat. And once you join there, you can ask your questions, and their team is going to be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So guys, I really appreciate you. We really appreciate you in the Phoenix family for having us host here on this wonderful AMA. And would you have any other final words to say before we conclude this AMA?
No, I guess we just finish on saying that we're very excited, and if anyone has any questions, join the community, join Cookiesale, keep an eye on the pre-sales. But yeah, we're just getting warmed up here. This is one of the first AMAs, and we'll be doing a bunch more, as well as a bunch of marketing and advertising, and you'll see some big YouTubers starting to post about the token and ecosystem soon. So yeah, we're excited. We're happy to have you guys on board, and yeah, we hope you like what you see and like what you hear. And if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to come on over, and yeah, we're more than happy to answer them.
And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Really enjoyed the AMA. You guys are very professional. We love Phoenix Holdings and what you guys do, and yeah, really happy for you guys to have us, and appreciate everything.
We love you guys too. So that's it for today, guys. Oh, Dillis, yeah, you can speak, please.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say thanks so much, guys. We love you guys.
Yeah, that's it. So that's it from all of us. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to another AMA. And I'll personally be looking forward to the developments of Cookiesale and the Cody team in this project as well. So good night, everyone.
Night, man. Thanks for having us.
Night, guys.